Okay, hi guys, Richard Jackson here, Lepus. I just want to go through just the basics, okay? Three basics that I'm going to cover, okay? And I've got somebody sitting next to me as well. If you want to ask questions, you can. He's off camera, so let me just go. Here we go. All right, these basics are, all right, firstly, support and resistors. Pretty simple stuff, okay? But we've just got to keep in mind that, it's very easy for everybody to get confused, bamboozled, all those sorts of things, and you forget about the basics. So we're going to go over the basics. For any of the new traders that are out there, this is for you, okay? Trend lines or slash channels, okay? And A, B, C, Ds, okay? This is just the simple basics of how SR will work in conjunction with an AB equals CD, okay? Okay, that's what we're going to go through, okay? So at this point in time, I've got a 4-hour chart on the DAX. Let's just do simply, we can just see this chart right in front of us, okay? And we can see common areas, common tops, common bottoms, okay? Now, we were just saying before that with these are not specific levels, okay? They're areas. They might be 10, 15 point widths, things like that, okay? But on the broader scheme of things, we're just looking for the area. So we've got a common top here, common bottom, common bottom, common bottom, common bottom, there, and all the way across. So this would suggest that this area in here is reasonably significant, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Okay. But also, let's just don't forget the support and resistance can also happen around our handle levels, okay? So in here at 16,000, that's a handle. Yep. Okay, template handle. Okay, our next handle will be at 900. Every 100 points, okay? Now that's pretty ugly. I'll fix that up when I zoom in. There's the next one at 800, and then we've got another one at 700. Okay, so I don't suggest you go and start putting these all the way along all the time, right? But it's a good place to start when we want to look at the different levels. Okay, 700, there'll be a reaction, and you can see here at the 700 level, it comes up with and it meets up with this SR. Pretty simple stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. But now we've got an identification of where it's held support in the past, and that it coincides with a handle. Okay, so more than one area of support and resistance is pretty much the premise of what we're after. Okay, next. Okay, so let's look for other support resistance levels. There's this top up here, these bottoms, bottom, kind of tops. Okay, tops and bottoms. All right, so we've got move, penetrate through, retest, okay? Move, penetrate through, retest, okay? And this one happens to be at the 1650, the half handle. That's no surprise, is it? Yep. All right, so when we come into support, major support, we are going to look for our reversal pattern, aren't we? Okay, but let's add another layer into this, okay? Let's add in what is going on the broader scheme of things, okay? We've got a trend line up here, 1, 2, and then it came up for the all-time high up in here, okay? Next one will be all of these ones. So that's an expanding wedge, isn't it? Okay? Yep. If we take that out to a daily, that will make it more, more obvious. Yep. We had an expanding wedge over here as well. Now, while I'm out here on the daily, I can see these are two common tops up in here. So that's a significant area of support resistance as well. So I will go all the way back there. Okay. In here as well, there's a common area of support and resistance in around here. Okay. This is a long way away from price at this point in time. So us as day traders, we're not really considering, but I'll leave it there. It won't matter. Okay. It's not going to hurt just to leave it in there. I want to make sure that I'll get this a little bit more specific though. Okay, so that is quite a much wider area now, isn't it? Okay, so if it comes into here, we look for reversal patterns to buy into it, okay? We don't want to be selling into this. We don't want to be selling into a big area of support resistance. We want to wait for it to break, okay, before we go and do anything. Okay, so we've found support resistance, trend lines and channels. Let's zoom, let's go down, even just down to the one, to this 1 hour, 30 minute, okay? Now what we will find is that price will go down in channels. It goes down in a channel, whoops, moves down in a channel, okay? And we can even copy this again down into here, okay? Moves down in a channel, and then it'll move up in a channel, okay? We've got this one. More to the point, there was this one in here, okay? This was a smaller channel previously, wasn't it? Okay, and then we've had a pretty significant break in there, okay? Then we can even say that this is the new channel in here, okay? All right, so down, up, down in a channel, up in a channel.
Retest, yeah.
Retest, okay, and now down in a channel. We're currently in a down channel, aren't we? Yep. We're in a down channel. Okay, that's pretty undeniable, isn't it? So we're in a down channel. You can apply your Elliott wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll probably find that this is diverging here. We've also got a double bottom right on our 700 level, which is an area, isn't it? So therefore, we would assume that this might be, we could be looking for the break to the upside in this case, okay? A lot more to it than that, but I'm just going through the simple stuff at this point in time, okay? Very basics, okay? Because there is a lot more to this to actually get a system established, okay? But I'm just trying to identify and point out the basic fundamental elements of how to view what's going on, okay? Now we've got some other traders that will look for the midline of these channels as well, so that they can find, and you will find that it does have bouncing effect around the midline, okay? So here, for an example, there's a midline, and we've got bounce there, bounce there, bounce there, okay? All right, so you know the 50% section of a channel is relevant as well, okay? Especially these larger ones that bounce around, okay? But if we can identify the direction of the channel, where the SR is, and you can see here, just from day to day, I mean, we can go down even smaller into this. See here, we've got common tops all the way along here, okay? Okay, all of this, top, 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 attempt, breakthrough, okay, comes back through and then comes back up into here. So what it's going to do, and this is what most of the time these things will do, is they'll find a significant bottom, go to the next one, and then come back to it. They'll just bounce between SR levels, okay? Now here comes the art in it, is that it may not do it perfectly, okay? And you know, which SR levels, if you're using SR levels that are too small in really small time frames, like on a 5 minute, and you're ignoring the larger time frames, then you're going to get caught, okay? We've got to make sure that we look at the larger time frames, okay? So in saying that, you know, the other day, you know, just bounced from one SR, which happened to be 700, straight to 800, you know, sorry, over here I should say, from 700 to 800 or 850, which happens to be this level in here, okay, back down, okay, that's what I'll do. And then I can see it coming back up to 850 or maybe 900 if this breaks, okay, but it'll break and it'll retest and it'll keep going, okay. They're the stories that we need to create for ourselves, okay. Now, as this happens, and this comes into segue into my next point, all right, is that if we've got, let me just copy this, okay? We're just copying this all the way down from leg to leg. Okay, so these are fractal highs to fractal low to fractal high to fractal low to fractal high. Okay, I'm on the 5-minute chart now. Okay, all right, but if this was a lot wider time frame, they would be the fractal levels. Okay, down, up, we've got a break of this now, down, double bottom, okay, up, down, now struggling. Okay, but let's look at this, and I've pointed this out in my other videos. This is what price will do pretty much all the time from whenever it started till whenever you die. All right, it will do exactly what I'm just about to show you. If we're in a downtrend, it'll do this. Okay, and that previous high low will become support and resistance. That's support resistance to the continuation. What we're looking for are these breaks and then a retest of the previous fractal low for a sell. And that will happen to be somewhere between 382 and 618. Okay? And here comes one of my strategies, the 50 rules, 50 convergence rule. Okay? It happens all the time. It will happen until we die. All right? So on the upside, just to make it clear for everybody, up, okay, down, previous high turns into support. Okay? Now I can miss it a bit. It will do that. Sometimes it will be a little bit funny. I mean, look at this one. But it came up to the top of the trend line. All right? Previous trend line. All right? So they're the three fundamental steps to identifying what is happening in the market. Okay? Start on your wide, right out really wide at your 4 hour, even daily. Find your big levels. Come down to your 30 or 15 minute. Find the smaller levels. Look for your channels. Come down to your 5 minute or 1 minute to day trade it. Okay? And look, there was plenty of opportunities in here. Okay? For day trading. Double bottom in here. Right on the 700 level. You can see over here 700. Over here 700. Look at that. To the tick. You can trade that as a double bottom rule if you wish to. Okay? Alright, so plenty of room in there. Alright, comes all the way back up to the top of this channel, okay, and gives us a double top. Okay, it seems simple, doesn't it? Okay, but a lot of guys, they will get, oh, you know, what's going on with the, you know, MACD, and is it overbought, oversold, or there's, you know, Fugazi, you know, Wagyu beef bullshit, right? Where if we just break it down to into its simplest form, we are going to be able to read the market a lot better than what we usually do. It's not, don't overcomplicate it, okay? Because if we start overcomplicating it, then you're going to get confused and you're going to get overwhelmed. Yep. So our job is to find the SRs, trade out of the SRs, trade out of the top and bottom of the channels, yep, with reversal patterns, and hold on to your winners and cut your losers short. If you get 2 or 3 losers in a row, stop trading for the day because you're not reading it right. Okay? Go back, clear your drawings and start again. Yep. All right. Hopefully everyone's gotten something out of that. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and do the notification bell. Come onto our Discord. Everybody's welcome. There's heaps of guys on there that we're all there to help each other. And I really want to see all of you in there. All right. See you guys.